What's up, guys? Tuga here, back again with some more NHL 16 and my Nations United GM Mode series, and what could potentially be the final episode of this series, as of course we are so close to NHL 17. The problem we have with this team now is that anybody we draft, particularly the defensemen we need if we were to actually get them in the draft, by the time they develop, NHL 17 is going to be out, and we're not going to see that. So it's up to you guys. This could be the final season, or we could try one more time next season. Of course, Anze Kopitar would be traded by then, and we might even be a weaker team. Let me know down in the comments below. Of course, I don't know what's going to happen here in this episode. This is the lineup we are rolling with, though. It is Nikolai Ehlers with Anze Kopitar and Daniel Sprong. Of course, the injury to our second best forward, Nino Niederreiter, is gigantic. Mirko Mueller also injured. Second line, a big chance for our two best prospects. It is now Devin McIntyre and George Welch with Leon Draisaitl. The third line is going to be Fiala, Sexton, and Reeder. And the fourth line, Kasper Reitis, Bowles, and Damian Riot. The defense, it is Roman Josi with Igor Burmistrov, Colin Fontana with Jay McKee, and Lukas Spiza with Stepan Fakovsky. The goaltender is Freddie Anderson. I am deathly afraid he's going to get hurt in this first game. And then Elvis Merzlikins is the backup. Even down in the AHL, we've just gone best lines at the moment. But of course, we did have some decent progression. Guys like Andy Caffrey ended up doing pretty well. Rainier Gerber up to a 79. So things are looking okay for this franchise. It is a shame, much like with the Islanders series, it is a shame that this series had to start so late into NHL 16, because I'm still invested and I still want to see if we could pull it off. And actually, just obviously with the Islanders, we won 2 cups. I want to know if it was possible for us to win a cup with this team, and we might not find out. Dallas has us beaten offense, defense. We have them beaten goaltending. Unfortunately, that didn't matter much in previous years, and I don't know if it will matter now. Let's take a look at their lineup. It is Jason Dickinson, Tyler Seguin, and Valeri Nichushkin. That is a dangerous top line. That second line is going to rip us apart. 96 overall Jamie Benn, 5-star in everything. He is with Danton Heinen. If you watch the Vancouver series, you know what he can do. And they have Brett Ritchie on the right. Of course, if this was me, if the Dallas Stars were my team, it would be Benn, Seguin, Heinen, and they would score 50 goals a game. But either way, it's spreading the wealth around, not a bad thing. Third line, Pierre-Luc Dubois, and 86. He's with Derek Brassard. And 78 overall, Jamel Smith. Kind of a weird decision there, especially when you look at the fourth line. Travis Barron with 86 overall, Devin Shore, and 87 overall, Radek Faksa. To me, it's, why wouldn't you have Ritchie on the top line? Like, I know Nichushkin's solid, but to me, the lineup seems pretty obvious. I mean, Danton Heinen is probably the one exception if you're not going off of overall. But on the right side, go Ritchie, Faksa, Nichushkin, and Smith, right? I mean, maybe have Faksa on the third line because he's a two-way forward. I don't know, man. But regardless, that's a dangerous lineup. And the defense, it doesn't get any better. Nicholas Franzen, 93 overall defenseman. He is Swedish. He is not available to us. He is with 89 overall John Klingberg. Ludwig Bystrom is with 81 overall Jared Cowan. And 85 overall Alex Peters is with 85 overall Dmitry Orlov. The goaltender is once again Calvin Pickard with DeRosier as the backup. Dion Phaneuf, 77 overall, is scratched. Backman and Austin Strand, both 80s, are scratched. So Jamel Smith is just flat out in the lineup at a 78 overall. They certainly have an interesting order, but that is a beyond dangerous team, and I really don't know if I can. I mean, at this point, we had a very good season. 47 wins is very good. I'm afraid we're going to get swept by that offense. I am deathly afraid of that. But let's see what happens. You never know with the sim engine. We have home ice advantage. Let's do this. It is game 1. First period. Can we get off to a good start? And we do. It is Kevin Fiala with the opening goal. Can we just make any, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Let's make some progress. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Can we make an impact? Can we take game 1? Can we continue that offense in the second period, and we cannot. All that build-up and stumbling for nothing. It is Ludwig Byström on Freddie Anderson. We are tied at 1 apiece. That sets up this third period. And Tobias Rieder with a gigantic goal. 1 minute and 17 seconds in gives us that lead back. 11 and a half to go. We need that insurance goal. I'm confident in our defense. I don't know if I'm that confident in them, though. But things are looking good. 1 minute 42 to go. Daniel Sprong with the empty netter. And crisis averted. We have won a game. I was concerned we'd get swept. We win game 1 by the score of 3-1. Tobias Rieder and Kevin Fiala, 2 points apiece and 23 saves. For Frederick Anderson, not a bad performance. Again, I was injured. I was injured. Maybe. Who knows? I was concerned that he would get injured again. And instead, he gets one of the 3 stars of the game. I'm going to stop stumbling over my words, hopefully, and we're going to get right into game number 2 and hope that our good fortunes do continue. It is the first period of game number 2, and we're fucked. Come on. Jamel Smith, Jason Dickinson, and Devin Shore with the goals. Freddie, I was praising you, buddy. I was praising you, and then that happens. Second period, let's just get this game over with. Daniel Sprong gets a goal back. So I guess we'll sim the third period live. I suppose we do still have a chance. That is so unfortunate that we start this game down 3-0 by the end of the first period. We have 8 minutes to go. Still down by 2. It's not looking very good for us. 2 minutes to go, and that'll do it. The Stars reverse the score. It is 3-1 in game number 2. Calvin Pickard with the most serious face in the history of faces. 28 saves. And the Dallas Stars take game 2. And Igor Burmistrov goes down to a concussion. God damn it, these injuries are just going to absolutely kill us. They really are. It's going to be, do we call it Volchenkov or Gerber? Who do we call up here? It's got to be Gerber, doesn't it? It's got to be Gerber. Rainier Gerber gets called up. The best defensive prospect we have been able to get our hands on. He will be in the lineup. We're going to put McIntyre and Welch. Actually, geez, did we go with Fiala? You know what? Let's go with Rieder and Fiala. I think McIntyre and Welch. Kind of a slow start. God, this menu system is terrible, and I really hope it's improved for the next game. So the second and third line have been changed up a little bit. Fakovsky is with Gerber, Spiza, and McKee. Yossi now playing with Colin Fontana. Our defensive depth is really, really being tested. Oh my God. And now we have to go to Dallas for games 3 and 4. This could... we just saw with the Islanders, you never quite know if winning the first game, if anything, is going to be a bad thing, as my controller dies. Are the batteries dead completely? This makes for a great video. Allow me to grab the batteries that are right in front of me. God damn it. The joys of having your notifications turned off so no gamer tags pop up, only for your batteries to die out of absolutely nowhere. This makes for just such great quality. We're good to go. It is game number 3 in Dallas, and we need a win. We desperately need a win. Can we get off to a good start here in game 3? It is the first period, and boy, do we ever. Devin Shore, 1 minute and 53 into the game, gets the opening goal, but then it's Sprong, Sexton, and Draisaitl with gigantic goals. 3 goals on 8 shots, and the Wild have the lead. The question is, will they tie it up in the second? I feel like they're not only going to tie it, I feel like they're going to take a 5-3 lead. That's my guess. This video is live. If it actually happens, I'm just telling you now, this isn't, recorded back. This isn't voiced over. This is live. Let's see what happens. This is going to be very anticlimactic, isn't it? And Jamie Benn gets a goal, so that's not I mean, what, 1 goal in a period, 4 goals in a period. There's not much of a difference. We have a 3-2 lead. Let's sim this third period. I would love an insurance goal right about now from Rainier Gerber. Why not? Rainier Gerber making me feel like I made the right decision calling him up over Volchenkov. We have a 4-2 lead. There is 5 minutes to go. Can the Minnesota Wild hold on? And yes, they can. It is a 4-2 win in game number 3, and the Wild take a 2-1 series lead. Freddie Andersen, once again, the third star of the game. Surprisingly, we don't have another injury to deal with. I was definitely expecting that. The AHL regular season is over. It was in English. The Iowa Wild did not make the playoffs. Of course, I wasn't expecting them to with the lineup we played for most of the season, with the really younger, higher potential prospects in the lineup. But at the very least, our focus can now be 100% on the Wild, and we have a chance to go up 3-1. I just jinxed it, didn't I? I just totally jinxed that. First period of game number 4. Please let this go our way. And it does. It is McIntyre, 2 minutes and 1 second into the period. And then Daniel Sprong really stepping up his game. And we have a 2-0 lead after 20 minutes. Second period, can we hold on to it? And Daniel Sprong, 30 seconds in, made it a 3-0 game. But Dickinson and Radek Faksa strike back. Faksa from the Rask spot with that goal. And that sets up this third period. The Stars could be in trouble here. We have a chance to take a 3-1 lead. We have seen in the past that does not mean a goddamn thing, and it certainly doesn't mean that we're more likely to win the series. But right now, things are looking okay. 6:50 to go. We have a power play, and it is Colin Fontana. He makes it 4-2, and the Minnesota Wild have, please, Jesus Christ, oh my God. Jamie Benn gives me just a minor heart attack, but then it's Russell Sexton with the netter. It is a 5-3 win in game number 4, and the Minnesota Wild have a 3-1 series lead against Dallas as we go back home for game 5 with a chance to end this series. Let's get right into it. We're not making any lineup changes. It's just a matter of whether or not this team performs. Freddie Andersen just might very well be the difference maker for us. Probably the best goaltender we've had. No disrespect to Merzlikins. Geisberger had an amazing performance in the playoffs not too long ago. Freddie Andersen might be the difference for us. First period, though, here in Game 5, we just have to perform. We have to perform. First period of game number 5. And we have a 2-1 lead. Okay, it's George Welch. Sagan gets the goal back, and then Daniel Sprong, who is just on fire right now. Nikolai Eller setting him up left and right. What a combination they are. And we have a 2-1 lead after 20. Second period, can we get some insurance? We cannot. It is a scoreless second. And that sets up this third period. Tied in shots. We have the lead. Let's do this. We are 20 minutes away from potentially beating Dallas in 5 games, and Rodrigo Aboul's goal will help that cause. A power play for Dallas is killed off. It's 3-1 halfway through the period. We are so close to getting our revenge on the Dallas Stars. I don't care how many games we won this season. That right there is an upset. The Minnesota Wild take Game 5 by the score of 3-1 and take this series in 5 games. Freddie Andersen finally gets a first star of the game performance, and the Minnesota Wild are moving on back to the second round for, I believe, what is just the second time in this series. How many times have we made the second round? I legitimately think it's only been twice. But in the second round, it is the St. Louis Blues, the division title winning, the conference winning, oh my God, the St. Louis Blues. Did they win the President's Trophy? Did they? They didn't. The Maple Leafs beat them by 4 points. But we have to play the best team in the Western Conference in this next round. It was a big upset to beat Dallas. Obviously, their offense and defense is stacked. I didn't want to talk shit on Picard like I did the last time we faced the Stars because he ended up proving me wrong. But things just went so well for us. Nikolai Ehlers with 5 assists. 5 assists for Kopitar. 6 goals for Daniel Sprong. He is the reason. He and Freddie Anderson really are the reason that we are moving on. Kevin Fiala had a decent first round. Draisaitl pretty quiet. Reeder kind of quiet. Devin McIntyre performed very well. Russell Sexton with 4 points. And George Welch. Maybe we should keep that line together. I mean, they're looking good. I'm kind of disappointed in Fiala and Reeder. Draisaitl and Reeder. Fiala did all right. But that line right there, they are the 3 best prospects that we have had. McIntyre, Sexton, and Welch. And it's nice to see them on a line together, getting it done. And on the fourth line, Kasparaitis didn't really do too much. Rodrigo Abols had a big-time goal for us. And then Damien Riot with 2 assists. The defense. This defense is so weak, but Colin Fontana with the goal. Roman Josi still pretty quiet. Overall, the defense in general, pretty quiet, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. And then, of course, Freddie Anderson with a .941 save percentage in round 1. We will quickly look at the injured report, the injury reserve. This isn't the NFL. Mueller is out until July. I was mistaken. It is Mueller that's out until July. He is done for this postseason. Niederreiter has a chance. Most likely we'll only see him back in the 3rd round, maybe as late as the finals. Burmistrov will be back most likely in the 3rd round if we make it that far. But our 2 best defensemen, aside from Roman Josi, are both injured. And of course, probably our best player. Kopitar is still very well-rounded, but Nino Niederreiter is a very big part of this team. But at the end of it, we are moving on. We beat Dallas in 5 games, and in the next round, we take on the St. Louis Blues, and I swear to God, if we end up playing and losing to Calgary, I am going to have to do another season no matter what. But guys, that'll do it for this episode. As always, if you have enjoyed, make sure to hit that like button to help support the channel. Let me know down in the comments below if there's anything specific about this episode, about the team, anything in general. Of course, suggestions, feedback are always more than welcome. And if you hated the video even, let me know. I'd like to know. Of course, if you watched the whole thing and you're listening to this and you hated the video, that's a bit weird. I'm rambling, though. Subscribe if you haven't already to continue following this series and whatever series we move on to in the new franchise mode in NHL 17. That is coming right up. I will see you guys in round 2. Again, thank you so much for watching. And I ended this episode on a very, very weird note.